Hi, this video is going to be slightly different than my usual ones. You see, I get a lot of stuff in the mail. Some of them I purchased, some are sent in by various vendors, and most of the time I do dedicate a video for each of the items I received. But some of the items don't really need a dedicated video. So as the title of this video suggests, I'm going to go through some of the random stuff I have received, and I think you might be interested. The items I wanted to show you today are here on the workbench, and they were sent in from a company called Werewolf. It's a US-based company from Wisconsin. In fact, I lived there for quite a few years earlier in my life, and I can tell you it's really cold in the winter. Anyway, I will leave a link in the video description below in case you're interested in any of the products I'm about to show you. Alright, the first item I'm going to show you is this VFLEX starter kit. As you can see here, it has quite a few of these supplied USB adapters inside, and these are called the VFLEX base adapters, and they can also be purchased separately. Well, you may ask, what are these adapters for? The idea here is to convert the USB-C input into a DC output with the supplied adapters. And yes, if you look at the back of this case here, you can see that there are actually all these adapter cables supplied, which I'll show you a little bit later. So now the question is, how is it different from a USB-C decoy board like this one? You see, for a typical USB-C decoy, you will need to use the dip switch to program the desired output voltage. Now, with the VFLEX adapters, you can actually use your smartphone to program the desired output voltage. Let me actually show you how that works. Alright, here I just took out one of the adapters, and also I just pulled a random cable out. It doesn't really matter which one we're using, just for testing purpose. And you can see we have this keyed connector here, and let's actually zoom in. And each of the supplied cables also has this keyed counterpart, so we can actually plug it in. Let's see. Yep, and now we have plugged it in securely. And let's actually put in a USB-C input. And you can see that we have this light lit up. And now the question is, what exactly is the output voltage? So let's take a look. And you can see it's actually 5 volts. So basically, this is the default output. Now let's take a look at how the program works. And I just plugged it into my smartphone. You can see we have this app called VFLEX. Let's open it up. And you can see that the voltage is currently set at 5 volts. So let's actually take a look at what we can set. So let's say we want to set, 15 volts. And now it's set to 15 volts. So now let me actually verify if the voltage is set indeed to the correct 15 volts. So now let me plug it into the USB. And again, it's showing green. So let's take a look at the output voltage. Yeah, you can see now the output is set at 15 volts. So I guess that's pretty neat. You can see here, actually the setting is non-volatile. So if I unplug it and I plug it back in, once it turns green, let's actually take a look. Yeah, you can see that it's still 15 volts. So with the supplied different adapters, I suppose you can program one of each into different voltages and use it that way. So let's actually try a different setting. So that was 15 volts. So let's come back here. Let's say we want to do 17 volts. Can we do that? I'm not sure. Is that the standard voltage? I don't know. Let's see. So we set at 17 volts. Let's verify that. So I connected with my USB source. Again, it's turning green. You can see the green light is on. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can set to 17 volts. So I guess it does have some advantages over the standard USB-C decoy like this one, because you can set the output voltages pretty much arbitrarily. So that was 17 volts. Let's see if we can do, let's say 10.5. Can we do that? Yeah, you can see that we set it to 10.5 volts, and indeed it's outputting 10.5 volts. So no problem at all. Now the concept is pretty cool. The only thing though is we don't have any indication on the device itself showing what the current voltage is. So you really have to double check before you plug it into your device. So that's one of the things I can see that could potentially be an issue. But regardless, the implementation here is actually quite unique. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. With all the supplied adapters like this one, for example, you can actually hook in your own wires, and then these barrel adapters of different sizes definitely can fit in all the electronics that you have. So I think this is a pretty neat concept. Werewolf also sent me a ultra slim 70 watts power adapter. Let's open it up and take a look. Wow, the size of this actually, I really like it. You can see it is very compact compared to most of the power adapters. It's really slim, as its name suggests. And this can definitely come in handy for traveling. Now, the only thing I would say is it doesn't have any USB-A output ports. So that could be a problem if you still have devices that require USB-A. It would be nice if you have a USB-A port built in. But nevertheless, this, I think, is a very slim travel adapter. So here's the spec you can see here. The combined output is maximum 70 watts, which is sufficient for most of the charging requirements. And the maximum output voltage, by the look of it, is 15 volts. Werewolf also sent in this magnetic charging USB power bank. It is a 10 amp hour one, but my understanding is that it has built-in wireless charging capability. Let's open it up and take a look. And here is the power bank. Again, it looks very slim, as the name suggests. Does it have a magnet back there? I think it does. Well, my phone is not an Apple, it's a Samsung, and it doesn't have the Qi charging alignment magnet, so this exercise might be a little bit tricky. But we can still test it. Let's see. All right, here's a little bit finicky, but you can see I can actually charge the phone wirelessly using the power bank. And of course, the alignment is going to be critical, and we don't have the alignment magnet, but nevertheless, you can see that it is actually working as desired. Let's actually do another test. Let's see if we can charge my earbuds. Yeah, you can see it. Not sure if you can see the indicator here. It's indeed being charged by this power bank. Very good. The capacity of this power bank is 10 amp hours, and the maximum output power is 20 watts. Now, that's not a whole lot, but it should be able to charge most of the phones with no problem. And the build quality is actually quite good. The case is aluminum. Very neat. What else? Oh, they also sent me this USB-C power meter. Now, this is definitely going to be useful if you need to measure the power consumption of connected USB device. We probably will take a look in a little bit. And by the way, Werewolf also included a special USB-C cable. Now, this is not just any USB-C cable, it's a magnetic cable. Supposedly it will maintain the shape once you coil it up. This definitely makes it easy for storage and cable management. Let's take a look. So this is a cable. Yep, you can uncoil it. And you can see that once uncoiled, it is actually pretty long. That's very useful, but you can also just let it collapse and it coils back to this really compact package. Now, I think this is actually a really cool concept. Let me know what you think. You know what? Let's actually use the supplied power adapter along with the cable and the power meter, and let's charge up the battery pack so we can quickly see how well everything works. So let me plug in the adapter, and I think we can plug in the power meter here. Yeah, you can see. All right, I have to adjust the exposure and ISO speed so that it's no longer flickering, but you can see here, this is the USB-C power meter. Right now, the power bank is being charged by this power adapter. And it shows you the output voltage, the current, and the wattage. Very good. Thanks, Werewolf, for sending me these goodies. Again, their website is linked in the video description below. Alright, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. If you liked it, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. And if you want to further support my work, please consider becoming a member and joining the channel. Your participation makes videos like this possible. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.